Hello everybody, it's Maikito, and as promised, I'm going to randomly select 3 members to get their membership fully paid for this next month. So usually what I do, is always like put them all, assign a number randomly, do a number generator, and just pick them, but to just make it fair, and so everybody knows that it's, not quote-unquote rigged or anything. I went ahead and put every single member's name in a wheel, and I'm just going to go ahead and spin it right now. It's spinning. That way we can just do it here and now so everybody can see who the winner is. 3 winners. First one is, let's see, Daniel Lico. You are the first member. Screenshot that so I can remember. Okay, remove it off that one. Next one, spinning as well. Second member to get their membership fully paid for the next month is, Sifan Nan. You also got your membership fully paid for. And final spin as well, still spinning, is Wave Lord, whatever you want to call it. So congratulations to the 3 members that will get their stuff paid for. So if you want to just contact me through Discord, join link in the description, or if you want to just drop your Cashapp or whatever you want to be paid for in the description, I'll go ahead and do that. If you don't respond within like 2 or 3 videos or something, I'll just randomly select someone else. But the 3 winners are Daniel Lico, Sifan Nan, and Wave Lord. So congratulations to those. There are more picks as always. Pretty decent sized slate. There's a lot of games that they still haven't added when it comes to the player props and stuff like that, but I still found some player props and some money lines that I did like, so I'll just get straight into those. The first player prop that I like is Antoine Griezmann to go higher than 2 shots, playing at home for Atletico Madrid, going up against Real Madrid. They actually played each other 4 times last season, and in those games he had 2+ in all 4 games. He had 4 shots, 3 shots, 4 shots, and 2 shots. And Atletico Madrid as a team seemed to be a weak spot for Real Madrid, and he's one of the main reasons for that. While he's only gone over this mark in 26 games this season, I expect more from him. He's been playing more as like a playmaker-ish type role, but against a big team like Real, I expect him to be much more attacking, because that's what it's going to take to be able to beat them. Last season in the league, he averaged 2.68 shots per 90, and he likes to shoot from range. 23 out of his 79 shots are from outside the box as well. He's also their penalty taker, which if they get any, he'll be the one to take those. So he's their set piece taker, he's their penalty taker, and he likes to take long shots. And Madrid's biggest weakness seems to be allowing opponents to take those long shots, which is good for us. And if you look at the games where he took those shots against them last season, a lot of them were long shots, and he's going to play full minutes against them. He did that last season because he also helps a lot in defense, which is good for them. He's a good dribbler, and he's going to get space due to his striker partner, which is going to be either Alvarez or Sorloth taking space, and the overlapping wingbacks, which is Lino and Llorente, taking a lot of attention on them as well. And he's going to have space in general to just be able to sit kind of like right on the box, right outside the box, take those shots as well. He has good history against them, and I like this prop. I think it's 2.0 is pretty safe. So I like Antoine Griezmann to go higher than 2 shots. My next prop is Matteo Politano to go higher than 2.5 shots, playing at home for Napoli, going up against Monza. He's gone over in all 3 home games so far for League and Italian Cup as well. He has 7 against Modena, 5 against Bologna, and 3 against Parma. And Monza are bad defensively, and they've allowed 18 shots and 11 shots so far away from home. And they're weak against wingers, which is good for Politano because that's where he plays. He plays on the right, and he likes to cut inside and shoot on his left, so it doesn't take much space for him to be able to take those shots in general. And he's a long shot taker as well. 9 out of the 14 shots he's taken this season are from outside the box, and 43 out of 79, which is over half of his shots last season, were from outside the box. And Napoli didn't do good last season in the league, so until they have no European football to look forward to, so it's not like they have a game every 3 days or something. They have games pretty much once a week, which means this league is all they have to worry about. They don't have to worry about resting big players. They don't have to worry about holding back, because all they have to look forward to are the Serie A games. So there's no reason for him or his team in general to hold back. And now that they have Lukaku up top instead of Osimhen, Lukaku is actually much more of a passing striker and holding the ball and then passing it to the wingers that are running by, instead of Osimhen, who they really look to shoot the ball. Now that they have Lukaku, he's much more of a striker that likes to pass the ball as well. So I think this is a good matchup for him. So I like Matteo Politano to go higher than 2.5 shots playing for Napoli. And then the last player prop that I have so far is Pablo Fornals to go higher than 1.5 shots assisted, playing at home for Real Betis, going up against Espanyol. He's gone over in 4 out of the 6 games so far, including 1 against Real Madrid. So if he could do it against them, there's no reason why he can't win against Espanyol. And Espanyol have averaged 18.1 shots so far allowed. 14.8 of those are at home, and it goes all the way up to 22.7 shots away from home. And they're bad at defending through balls, they're bad at defending the wings, and they're really bad at defending set pieces, which is good for us because Fornals takes those corners as well, and sometimes those set pieces. If he gets those chances to cross the ball in, and because Espanyol is bad at defending them, that just means more shots for his teammates, which is obviously good for us because that's what we need him to do. His teammates to shoot the ball after he passes the ball to them. And he's also a good passer in general. He likes to do a lot of crosses. He likes to do a lot of through balls. He likes to play as a set piece taker, and we just need his teammates to shoot. He has players like Lo Celso to pass it to, Bakambu, El Zahawi, or the winger on the opposite side, and then the center backs whenever he crosses to them from set pieces and corners and stuff like that. So I think it's a good matchup. Espanyol is not a good defensive side. He's doing relatively well this season. The only reason why I feel like this prop hasn't got bumped up is because Lo Celso has taken some of the passes. But I still think in a good matchup like this, I think I like this prop. I like Pablo Fornals to go higher than 1.5 shots assisted. I want to give a quick shout out to my partner, Underdog Fantasy. You can use code Maikito in the description. They'll match your first deposit up to $100. I also have the YouTube membership for those that are interested. Like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, it's for those that want to get the props out early before anybody else. Try to avoid potential bumps and plays getting taken away, because it seems to happen once these videos go public because of the influx of people that are betting on the props that I do. I also have the free Discord if you want to join as well. Yes, it's free for those that want to talk about different lines, plays, slips, other sports in general, just something I'm trying to build over there. And then I also have other links in the description for Discord, Fliff, PrizePicks, Cashapp if you want to use those. And I really appreciate anybody who supports me in any way. My first moneyline play is the Aston Villa corners 3-way against Ipswich Town. I thought about taking their money line, but I lean more towards the corners, and I'll explain why. First of all, Ipswich have had a tough schedule so far in the Prem, and hasn't stopped here with the matchup against Aston Villa. If you look at the games that Ipswich have played, they played at home against Liverpool, and this prop hit for the opposing team, which is what we need here. 10-2, they played away from home to Man City. This prop hit for the opposing team. 10-1, they played at home against Fulham. This prop went under 8-6. They played away from home to Brighton. This prop hit for the opposing team 9-2, and then this prop didn't hit 10-2 when they played away from home to Southampton. So if you notice a trend, this prop hits whenever they play high possession teams. And this is what they're playing, Aston Villa, who's a high possession team, especially when they play weaker opposition. And Villa had hit this prop in 4 out of 5 games so far in the Prem. The only time they missed was in the very first game. And they take a lot of long shots, and they do a lot of attacks down the wings, which is good for teams to take corners because, first of all, long shots, they take those long shots, the keeper would have to save them, or the defenders will have to block them, and they can deflect and go for a corner. And people that attack down the wings, they attack down the wings, pass it in, or cross it in, and the defenders have to try to clear the ball out, which also means more corners for the opposition. And Ipswich don't keep possession, and they're weak against long shots, and they're weak against killers. So because they're weak against allowing long shots, again, more opportunities for Villa to take those corners. And because they're weak against killers, the wingers have good opportunities to find space there and try to cross the ball in as well. So I just think it's a good matchup as well there. And the reason why I'm taking their corners and not their money line is because I don't know why, but something in my gut tells me that I can see a draw potential, because their next game for Aston Villa is in a couple of days at home to Bayern Munich. So I have a feeling they might rest some players. So I could see them maybe struggle to score. I don't see them losing this game, but I do see them struggling to score. And because they're going to want to obviously win this game against a weak opposition, they're going to try to push in the attack and be aggressive. I can just see them struggling a bit in this game just because they're playing away from home. And like I said, they're just going to be resting some players. So I like the corners more than their money line. So like the Aston Villa corners 3-way against Ipswich Town And then the second money line play that I like is the AS Roma money line against Venezia. They had a relatively slow start, and it was due to their attack, not their offense. Before this last game where they finally were able to win and pick it up, where I took them against Udinese and that 3-0 win, they had only scored 2 goals in 4 games so far. But their attack seems to be picking up, and they need to pick up the pace, at least in the league, because they haven't done that well at all. And Venezia have lost 2 out of the 3 away games that they've played so far, and because they've had a bad defense, they've conceded 7 goals in those 2 losses, and the only draw that they had away was against Fiorentina, and that was due to an 8-save man of the match performance from their goalkeeper, where Fiorentina were expected to score 2 goals, but because of their goalkeeper, they were able to keep him in it, but he wasn't able to do it in those other 2 losses, so I don't expect the same thing to happen again here. And AS Roma in general are just a better team, and I know they have the Europa League game in a couple days, but they need this win because, like I said, they haven't been doing as well in the league. And 2, this is their last home game until their next 2 games are away from home. And their next home game is in like about 3 weeks, and that's against Inter Milan, who's going to be a tough matchup. So this is going to be their last good home matchup in a relatively while, a good long time. So it'll be about a month and a half to 2 months before they have a good home matchup. So I need to take advantage of this team here, Venezia, who are bad defensively. I like the matchup, better team. So I like the AS Roma money line against Venezia. Quickly going over last video's picks. I swept the money lines, 2-0 on those, or 3-0 on those, sorry. Swept those. San Jose under 1.5 goals against Montreal. They didn't even score 1. That was easy. The Leipzig money line against Augsburg. I thought about taking the 1.5, like I said, but I just didn't want to risk it, and it's fine. They still won. Came through for us. They won 4-0. And the Mönchengladbach money line against Augsburg. They scored last minute of the game to win us the game, which was good for us. So we swept the money lines. Player props. Saka hit even after the bump at 3.0. He still went over that prop, so that hit for us. Then the 2, I had Stoger to get higher than 1.5 shots. He got subbed out, and then with 1, which was unfortunate. Vasquez to go higher than 3.5 saves. Freiburg in general just struggled in attack, which was really, really weird for me. So that one didn't hit. I had Ederson higher than 2 saves. That one was pretty easy. I knew they underestimated Newcastle's attack. And then I had 3 added plays. I went 1 for 3 on those. So player prop wise, it was an average day, not a great day, not a bad day. And then money line wise, swept those. This is where I seem to be doing a lot better at lately. So we'll have more props, more money lines in this video, and hopefully we can carry the money line momentum into both player props and money lines. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.